Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is EonShiKeno. We're going to go to another best of 3 series. This is from the qualifiers for IEM Toronto. Let's introduce our 2 players. In the top left-hand corner of merry-go-round, it's Rokat's Hyun, our red Zerg player. And the bottom part of the map, who currently is not on a team, if you would believe Team Liquid. The blue Protoss player first. So it seems to be that the players, everybody's got little party hats on. I think this was from, what was going on? I think there's like a anniversary or some sorts. I'm drawing a blank for whatever reason, but nevertheless, for this series, this best of 3, all the guys I assume we're going to have party hats on, so should make it quite entertaining. So while both these players do some scouting and stuff, I'll just do some housekeeping. So I will be, once again this year, casting the Lake Charles Scion Thanksgiving Tournament. My co-caster this year will be LZ Gamer, who commentated one series last year, just kind of a stand-in with Axel Toss. He will be my co-caster. It's going to be a $1,500 StarCraft 2 tournament. I think there's going to be online qualifiers, and then of course, if you make the online qualifiers, then you can come to the event in person to compete for the part of the prize pool, the $1,500 prize pool. There's also going to be Halo 3 there and League of Legends, if you're interested in that, and that's going to be taking place in Lake Charles, Louisiana. You know, so I'm going to be casting that. It's going to go on November 23rd, I think was the last date I heard that it's going to go down. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter. I'll keep you guys updated. All that good stuff. So 3 hatch opening for Hyun on this map. And this is a 3-player map. So first, you know, I keep seeing these guys carrying around these hats. I'm just thinking, man, that's a pretty big hat there for a Protoss guy. It kind of looks like a dunce, like, you know, the dunce hat that you would see a guy sitting in the corner, looking in the wall, and he's got like the dunce hat on. I think that the Zerg, maybe, I don't know if you could change these or not. Yeah, maybe the Zerg, these are custom Zerg ones. So I think the Zerg just have better party hats than the Protoss, fortunately. So first does scout this out. He sees the 3rd base. He sees the 1st and the 2nd base as well. And Hyun is going to start droning up, doing some macro, and same thing from 1st. He's getting that Chrono Boost out. Actually, no, wait. Okay, there we go. There's the Chrono Boost. I wonder what he was saving it for. Has this Zealot out. Is going to go for a Warp Gate opening. And we'll see what he decides to transition into. You're going to start off with the wall at the front. Going with the gateways, he's going to go for 4 gateways. What's going to put here? Forge? Nope, another gateway. He likes those 4 gateways. Now we'll see if he decides to put this into an aggressive play. I'm leaning to think yes. He did scout out that quick 3rd base, so maybe he's thinking, you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of damage here. I'm going to throw out that quick 4 gates and put on the pressure. He's got the mothership core going out. He's going to see these Zerglings coming across the map, and they will scout out those 3 gateways if they decide to show up. Actually, the Overlord's going to see 2. And I'll probably show up there to a 3rd here in just a little bit. The Zerglings can walk right on in. There's nothing stopping them. Those debris there aren't all the way over there, and the Zerglings will come straight on in, and that's going to suck for this mothership core. It's going to have to fall all the way back home, forced to use a force field on the ramp there. He will manage to kill off all these Zerglings, probably before he gets any probe kills, but maybe he'll get lucky and snag one. His first control, no, oh, he actually managed to get 1 kill there. Too bad. So the scout is out. He knows there's 4 warp gates coming, and there's a probe heading out across the map to put down a proxy pylon. It's in a pretty good location. The queen is moving up here. We're going to have a lot of creep all over the place. 3 queens out to defend this. So I feel like Hyun is already aware of this. He's got the queens out. He's got a spine crawler going up. So yeah, Hyun is definitely aware of this. And first, may walk straight into a wall of queens and Zerglings. Drone's still being produced, but I imagine he's going to stop that in just a little bit. Chrono boosting all these warp gates. This is an attack. This is the Protoss 4 base. After a 1 gate expand, and he's pushing forward. He's going to throw down another pylon, I would imagine. There goes the Stalker. Show up a little bit too late to deal with the creep tumor, but they can take out the spine crawler if they want. Now, this is a good position to just not attack this third base. I would suggest maybe just playing at the defensive here, you know, picking off units as he warps in more units, but not commit to fighting the spine crawler. I don't think that's a smart move. And look at this great job here from First, just picking off these queens. Nice time warp there as well. And there's a big-ass rock here that I just didn't even notice because it blends in, but he's going for it. The queens are really low. Not that many transfuses there are still left alive. Spine crawler is going to fall. Zerglings coming in from behind. Stalker's battling the Zerglings in the back, and that's not going to work out too well for him. But we have Zealots chasing the queens down, and it's kind of a trade. Both at the range, running from the melee of the other side. Zealots being warped in. The mothership core is kind of going to get picked off here by the queens, and oh, it's so low. It managed to sneak out of there with 8 lives. Zerglings getting mowed down by these Zealots. Stalker's still left alive. Is there going to be enough? He still hasn't killed too many drones, but he's sacrificed a lot of Zerglings for this. Let's check the worker count. 35 versus 34, still pretty even. Who's going to win this fight? You know, if Hyun comes out of this alive and without losing too many drones, he's going to be sitting in a pretty good position dealing with this. But he's lost a lot of queens. Drones with their party hats. They just want to party, man. They want to party hard. They want to party hard. Andrew W. Is that his name? Andrew WK? That's an obscure reference. Impressed if you guys know who I'm talking about. But anyways, hatchery will go down. And this is looking, I don't know. The warpins getting picked off here. The mothership core is still alive, which is pretty nice. It's weakening down these Zerglings. The Zealots do get picked off, but is there going to be enough in the natural to hold this off? He's got a couple Zerglings, 3 queens. The mothership core, I don't know if he can go in for round 2 of this fight. Look at this. He's coming back with the drone, throwing up the third base as soon as he leaves. Clever Hyun here. I think he feels he can hold the natural at this point. And since First doesn't know about the third base, he's going to go for it. Look at this running up. He's going to snipe the mothership core. If First you don't succeed, try again. If you fail a second time, probably don't try a third time. It worked out the second time there for Hyun. And Hyun holds. He's got his third base already up. And First is now retreating. Let's check the worker count. See how much damage has been done. 46 for the Protoss player versus 37 for the Zerg player. So a decent lead there. At this point, he's got some good tech. Robotics facility coming up. An Immortal coming out. Getting some... doesn't have a gas at his main yet. But does have 3. Easily can defend these Zerglings. How much these Zerglings can do. Just kind of chill out. But this is just going to allow a lot of time for Hyun to catch up in his macro. Get a lot more drones out. Start some tech. He's got his Roach Warren come out. Roach Warren, not the best thing to go with, of course, here. As we see, his opponent is going Immortals. And we're ramping up for attack number 2 here from First. The first attack wasn't good enough. Go for attack number 2. He's going to add on 4 more gateways. Is this going to be an 8 gateway robo attack? Rounding this up. The Overlord does see the Immortal there. Doesn't see much else. We got the +1 being warped in. And we'll see. We'll see if Hyun can recognize that there's another attack brewing. At this point, he's kind of scouting around the map for a third base. He wants to see a third base. If he doesn't see a third base, he's going to know there's an attack coming. And at this point, he sees an army pushing out, but that could have just been to clear the third. Well, imagine he's going to move this Overlord here to, check out that in just a little bit, or at least let these Zerglings come back. The Zerglings, can they run there? That's a full wall off, but they will run by this third base that doesn't exist. Yeah, he's going to click there and see it's completely open. That's going to let him know, okay, shit's about to hit the fan, and shit is about to hit the fan. Look at this First moving straight up towards the natural. He's going to go straight up the natural. I love this. Go up the natural, force field from behind. But no, he's going to fight down here at the low ground. Roach is just going to get shredded by these Immortals, but look at this nice time warp on top of all those Zerglings, slowing those guys down. That's going to delay this assault here from Hyun in the back, but I think it might just be too much. We have some Zealot warpings over here on the right, but the Roaches are coming in from the left. The Immortals are targeting some Roaches down there in the back. Zealots being warped in. Oh, it's hard to say. That's a lot of Zealots, actually, but there's only 2 Immortals left. He needs to continually warp in Zealots to keep the front line here, but with 16 Roaches being warped in, being hatched in, I guess, it's going to be a tough thing for First to keep these Immortals alive with that many Roaches out. And with 2 flanks here coming in, it's going to be rough. He doesn't have that many force fields to speak of. He's warping up some sentries. He needs those force fields at this point to keep those Immortals alive. And we'll see how it's going to go down here. Speed close being done for Roaches. That's going to be huge. Roach speed plus being on creep is going to allow him to maneuver, get in on top of those Immortals, and just drop bombs. Drop, what do these guys shoot? Acid saliva. All right, here he's going to go. Speed is done. He's going to come in from the top. He's good force fields there from first, zoning out most of the forces on the left, and the roaches on the top really can't commit to this too much. He's just microing those guys back and forth, picking off a couple zealots, but Stalker's being warped in now. Now he's going to go forward. Force fields go down once again. He doesn't get a trap in there. Actually, there he goes. Fourth one seals the deal. The two Immortals are still alive, and Hyun is trying to battle this. The roaches on the right are pulling back all those zealots. Good job there. More roaches coming in. The supply 93 versus 85. Let's look at the army supply. 47 versus 36. The roaches in the back are still picking off of those zealots, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. First just slowly pushed his way in here. He drops a nice force field there on the ramp. Landed that sucker the first time. And zealots in the back cleaning up those roaches. And this is looking like First is going to take game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Drops the GG from Hyun, and First takes it. I thought it was looking a little bit shaky there at first whenever he managed to, I mean, he took off the third, but it was replaced so quickly. But First played that really well. He warped in enough sentries to give himself, fight control, throwing down those force fields, keeping those roaches exactly where he wants them to be, warping in a ton of zealots. And, back at his base, he was planning that second attack. That's why he didn't go with that fourth gas, and why he didn't really make any extra workers. He just went straight for the forge, went straight for the robotics facility, got in those gateways, and just boom, went for it another time. And maybe if Hyun had been prepared for it a little bit sooner, if he could have engaged that army before it got all the way across the map and got those sentry reinforcements, I think he could have bought himself some time. But as soon as those sentries started warping in, the force field started accumulating, and those two Immortals stayed alive that entire time. 21 kills on one, 28 kills on the other. These two Immortals were the heart, the damage from that army, and those sentries just kept alive, and those zealots kind of just got in the way. Anyways, that was game number 1 in this best of 3 series. Thank you guys for watching. Check out game number 2. Follow me on Twitter at EonShiKeno, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/EonShiKeno. I'll see you guys later.